Look, there's only two possible finals in my view. All of them are going to involve Argentina. If we don't see the all PSG final with the two players owned by the Qatari club, Messi and Neymar, uh, then we just see Argentina against England. And England gets another chance. They get the easy side of the bracket again. If Brazil wins the group, if Argentina wins the group, then it's definitely going to be Argentina against England. But does everything go as predictable as a video game in real life? No. We don't know exactly what will happen at the end of the day. But if Argentina don't defeat Brazil in the World Cup final, then it's going to be Argentina and the Messiah beating the cross of the St. George's flag of England right after the birthday of George Bergoglio, Jorge Bergoglio, his 86th birthday, December the 17th, for Argentina to win its first World Cup since 1986. That is exactly what will happen if we do not see Argentina against Brazil in the final, if they face off against Brazil earlier on. The Messiah died at the cross, resurrected, born again. We see George Bergoglio's birthday. It's represented by the St. George's flag. The Messiah has risen. That's what the cross would represent. It's true. England could get there only by avoiding the tough teams. Let's see if they do it again. Like in 2018, like in Euro 2021, they avoid all the good teams. But they'll definitely face England at some point. They definitely will. It's a matter of when for both England and for both Brazil. But I think the PSG owners see their top two acquisitions on the biggest stage. I think Messiah defeat Kylian Mbappe. That's what I think. The odds probably favor Argentina against England, but there's going to be violence and riots in England if they lose to the hated RGs because of the Falklands conflict. There'd be violence right before Christmas in England if they lose the World Cup. The whole world would like to see that, but it would not bear well for the well-being of the country of Great Britain if this happens to them, if they lose in the final. It was a lackluster performance. After a goal by Luke Shaw in the 4th minute. England was pretty mediocre the rest of the game. Is this a compelling World Cup the world would like to see it? Or do they care more about the symbolism? A free kick in the final against England or a free kick in the final against Brazil? Brazil, it would be a living memory forever. I think Argentina get France again. I think they will knock off the French, but if Argentina don't get France, then that would mean that Argentina get to face off against another team with a cross on their flag, Denmark. They have a red background and they have a white cross. We've seen the blue flag of Denmark, or of Iceland, and we've seen the red cross of Iceland. Argentina already faced off against the cross flag. They're definitely going to face off against England. The question is, if France fail, if they fail, do we get to see Argentina against Denmark because of their flag representation? That is represented by Leo the Messiah, born again, resurrected. Well, the resurrection happens later on, but the birth happens right before Christmas. Messiah is born to fulfill his life duty to win the big one for Argentina, which we all know he is certainly well capable And he's already done the job. Messiah will absolutely win. Just a matter of when all these teams happen. That'd be the 76 World Cup match for England if they're in the final, the Goats Gematria of 76. And then you have the 74th match in the quarterfinals. Hand of God is 74. It's Messiah, that's Gematria 74. It's Cross, that's Gematria 74. So again, it can happen before the final. But not everything goes as predicted in the World Cup, and that's just the reality of the competition. But showing you the symbolism, what's going to happen if no Brazil, if no all PSG Qatari owned player, Messi, Neymar in the final, then we see the cross of England going out to Messiah in the final instead of the quarterfinals, and and that would happen with the team with the St. George's flag. It would happen after the 86th birthday of Pope Jorge Bergoglio, the first Jesuit Pope from Argentina. Jorge Bergoglio to win the World Cup for the first time since 1986. So we shall see if Argentina defeat Brazil or if Argentina defeat England.